All right, so your warm-up today was all about finding scale factor and the center of dilation, or looking at it. So from A to B, is this a reduction or a enlargement? This is a reduction. From A to B, it gets smaller. So on your warm-up, you should have written reduction right here. Now, how do I find the scale factor? Scale factor, what was the formula we talked about yesterday for that? New over old. And you are just going to count. Find a straight line, flat or up and down, and just count. I'm going to count. My new is the B, the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. My old is A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What is 4 divided by 8? If you're not sure, what can you do? Desmos. When you're typing this in Desmos, just make sure you hit this little button to make it a fraction, and what do I get? 1/2. So and does that make sense? If you cut, or if you multiply something by half, isn't it going to get smaller? Yeah. We're already on Wednesday. We're going. This next one has the word center of dilation. Anytime you see center of dilation, you are going to connect your corresponding vertices, the corners. So I'm going to connect my S with the other S. I'm going to connect my T's. T is going to connect to this T. And then I'm going to connect my U's. U is going to connect with U. And I want to know where all of these three cross each other at the same time. By the way, again, I'm going to say this a couple times. This question will be multiple choice on your test. It's like, I know sometimes y'all's pencils are thicker and it doesn't cross perfect and it's not great. Choose the answer that is closest. So I got, in between 6 and 8 is 7. And then what's that right there? 4. So I got 7, 4 as my center of dilation, where they all cross. That was your warm-up. I now gave y'all time to do your review, so we're going to do that together as well. If you can put your warm-up up. 7, 4. Get your review out, please. And we're going to go through and answer these questions. When you walk in tomorrow, you have a test over this. I would say your test is about 85% multiple choice. Maybe more than that. Maybe 90% multiple choice. Let me look. Okay, I take it back. All but one question is multiple. 2 questions. All but 2 questions are multiple choice. There are 26 questions. So 24 of them are multiple choice. All right? These could be a little bit tough. What is this right here? It is a reflection. Do you agree the top and the bottom is exactly the same? It is a reflection. Be careful on this one. What's this one? Is it translation or rotation? So it is sliding the flag, right? But what motion is this flag going in?
Up and down.
A circular motion. If it's going in a circle, it is translation. I mean, not translation. Rotation. Because it's going in a circular motion, it's rotating. Translation, and a hint for that is translation should always be the same direction. If you're translating, your flag would stay like this, and it would slide down and left. You see how the flag turns?
Yeah.
That's how you know it's rotating. Translating, like right here, what's happening right here? Translation. Do you see how all the arrows stay the same direction? That's translating. Do you see how if this was an arrow, if it was rotating, it wouldn't be the same direction? So this one's translating. And then what happened to my koalas? Dilation. They got bigger. Not bitter, bigger. Are you really going to have questions on your test that easy that you just match?
Yeah.
Yep. All right, I tried to trick you on this one. Let's see if you fell for it. What is the rule that moves 4 units down, 6 units to the right? Be careful. Down is X or Y? Down is your Y-axis. So that is going to be Y minus 4. Do you see how I tried to trick you by putting it first?
Yeah.
So it's not going to be A, and it's not going to be C, and it's not going to be D. The only one is B. And then right 6, left and right is your X, and that's positive. So be careful. Sometimes I can switch them around. Left and right is your X-axis. Up and down is your Y. What about this one? What is happening from A to A prime here? I'm going from 1, 5 to 2, 3. What's happening with my X's? Do you agree 1 plus 1 is 2?
Yeah.
So automatically, what can I eliminate as answer choices? C and D. What's happening with my Y's? How do I get from 5 to 3? Minus 2. So what's my answer? A is my answer. You are just seeing what is happening with your X's, what's happening with your Y's. Write this down, please. This next question is one of the questions that is not multiple choice. It looks honestly exactly like this, maybe different numbers. It says if the original triangle has vertices A, B, and C, what are the coordinates of the vertices of its image if you apply this rule? What is this rule telling me to do? Add 9 to what? So I'm going to add 9 to all of these X's here. What is, and you can, if you don't know it by, like if you're not great at adding and subtracting negative numbers, use Desmos. What is negative 5 plus 9? 4. What is 3 plus 9? What? 12. And what is 5 plus 9? I just added 9 to all of my X's. Does that make sense?
Yes.
What does it say to do to my Y's? Subtract 7. So I'm going to go through. You shouldn't really be on your computer right now. You should be looking up, writing down, checking, please. I'm going to go through and subtract 7 from each of these. And again, negative numbers trick y'all. Please be careful. What is 4 minus 7? Negative 3. What is 3 minus 7? Negative 4. And what is negative 8 minus 7? Negative 15. Again, even if you're great with adding and subtracting, put it in Desmos just to check. I would hate for you to get one of these wrong because you made just like a little bit of mental error. Do I have any questions about that problem? Again, that's one of them that is not multiple choice. Sliding on over, it wants to know, draw and name the lines of symmetry. What does it mean to be a line of symmetry? Cuts it in half. So, what shape is this? Say it louder. Somebody said it. Not a pentagon. It has hexagon. It has 6 sides. Hexagon. So, can I split it in half like this? Yes. So this one has a vertical Can I split it in half like this?
Yes.
This one also has a horizontal. Can I split it in half like this? Yes, this one also has a slant. So this has all of them.
Could we just write all?
Yep, you could write all. Again, multiple choice. What about my smiley face? Vertical only. If I were to split it horizontally, you'd have eyes up top and they're not on the bottom, so it doesn't work. What about this rectangle?
Vertical and horizontal?
Vertical. What did you ask, Aubrey?
Huh?
Did you ask something?
I said it had eyes on bottom and top of the word.
Oh, yeah. I guess it wouldn't be a smiley face. Would slant work on the rectangle?
No. I don't think so.
If I were to fold it, would it be the same?
No.
No.
I forgot how rectangles don't do that.
Mm-hmm. Next question says, what is my line of reflection? How do I find a line of reflection? Got to do the hops from one point to the other. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Halfway would be 2, which is at where? -1. It's at -1 where? On the x-axis. So my answer is x equals -1 because that line touches the x-axis. Your line of reflection would be, where would you fold it to make it the same on both sides? Bless you. Next question. Am I going too fast?
No.
Okay. Let me know if you need me to slow down. Next question. It says, which of the following shows the translation of P? So can everybody kind of bold P so you know which one you're looking at? What is x plus 12 going to do? Plus 12 is right 12. What is y plus 5? So I'm just going to count P. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where do I end up at? E. And that is what you are going to be doing tomorrow. The next one wants us to reflect C. Let me bold C. Over the y-axis. Where's your y-axis? Right here. How do I reflect something over that? Just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what am I going to do? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where do I end up at? Please draw that so you know. The last one wants to know, if you are point Q, so I'm going to bold Q, and then you end up point B, how do you get from Q to B? Well, what am I going to do? Yeah, I'm just going to count and go right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Did y'all get 11?
Yes.
Right 11, and then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. And how do I write that rule?
X plus 11 plus y minus 5.
To the right is positive, down is negative. Tomorrow, I will be giving everybody a piece of patty paper. Turn your paper over, please. For this next question, everybody's going to get a piece of patty paper. Please make sure that on your patty paper, you first trace the X and the Y axis and the point. I'm just copying it down. My people that were absent last Friday and Monday, the big thing I need you to know, what is rotating 90 degrees doing? What do we do? How many turns? 90 degrees is one turn and we go left. So I'm going to take this patty paper and I'm going to turn it one time to the left. Where do I end up at? Right here. And that's all you do. -4, -2 is my answer. You are gonna, anytime you see something about rotating, you're gonna want to use patty paper. I would get a lot of people give me this one right here, but that's reflecting. Yeah. For the next one, again, it tells me to rotate 90 degrees again. So I'm gonna. Oh, I gotta plot this point. Hold on. Plot 3, -1. Again, I'm going to trace the X and the Y axis. And I'm going to trace this point. It says rotate 90 degrees. What do I do? Left one turn. Where does this end up at? 1, 3 is where it was. If you were absent Friday and Monday, there is tutoring today, just for you to get like even 10 minutes of practice. If you want to come during lunch just to go over this, highly recommend it. You can still make an A without it, but highly recommend. All right, I got 5 minutes, so I'm going to go a little bit faster. On this one, you have rectangle KLMJ, and I want to end up in the third quadrant. Can everybody kind of box this? This is the third quadrant. If I go to the right, is that going to get me in the third quadrant? No. What if I go over the y-axis? Is that going to get me in the third quadrant? No. What if I go over the x-axis? Will that get me in the third quadrant? Yes. And then rotating 180. Remember, 180 is how many turns? 2 turns. So if I turn 2 times, is that going to get me in the third quadrant? No. So C is the answer. For this one right here, describe the transformation. This one is going to, there should be 3 of them. You're going to have 3 of them tomorrow. Oh, that was wrong what I told you. Because that gives me B, and I don't want B on the bottom. This is going, yeah, this is, it's this one right here. Yeah. Again, you're not going to have one that just has 2 things. You're going to have one that has 3. Can y'all write this down? It is reflect over x-axis and then translate. Your test will have 3 of them and you're choosing the best answer. This wasn't a good problem. Sorry. Yeah. 14. This was yesterday's warm-up. Again, don't worry about 13. If you didn't write, it's fine. Yesterday's warm-up. If the figure is transformed by this rule right here, what are the coordinates of C prime? Well, where is C at right now?
It's at 6, 4.
C is at 6, 4. What does this rule want me to do to 6, 4?
Multiply it
By 2, it's going to become
12,
12, 8. Real quick, don't leave on me just yet. I want to do the last ones. Remember, this is just like the warm-up we did today. Center of dilation. You are going to use your badge or a ruler tomorrow. And you are going to connect the points. Connect these and connect these. Where does all of these cross at?
Negative 1. Oh, that's sorry.
0, 0. From A to B, this is a reduction. On this one right here, same thing. Connect your W's together. Connect your X's together. Your Y's and your Z's. Where do these all cross?
-1, -1.
I would say it's about -1, -1. And then what is this a reduction or enlargement? Enlargement. By the way, scale factor here is new over old. My new is B. 2 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1/3. You have a test when you walk in tomorrow. Thank y'all for being awesome.